with Dr. Gansukh and kindergarten teacher Ondrich from Tsingisum, we are start conducting this study for young children from ethnic minority, Toang ethnic minority, and how this Toang language and culture are inherited into young generation. Dr. Gansukh is from Mongolian National Institute of Education. So this study is not completed yet, but we are in the progress of doing this study. Before we go to study part, I will briefly introduce the background of Toang ethnic group in Mongolia. According to Mongolian census, there are about 2,352 Toang ethnic people, according to 2020. But why this number is so low is actually many people say that unofficial information is it says 10,000 people, but in identity card there is not specified as Toang people, and this reflects decrease from 5,169 Toangs recorded in 2010 census. The majority of Toangs in Mongolia reside in Tsagangoi River Valley, located within Alta Taunbog National Park in Single District of Bayungulgi Province. So in Single Village or Tsingisum, there are 1,500 Toangs live. And there are other Toang, native Toang ethnic people in Hovd province in Mongolia. According to Mongolian National Curriculum for Preschool Education, throughout the nation, preschool education is provided by only Mongolian language. But there's some excuse in Tsingisum that because most of the population are ethnic minorities, Kazakh and Toa people, and then because of there are the most people living in Toa, most of the population is in Tsingisum, and that's why, based on some studies, there was some recommended to teach and conduct bilingual groups in Tsingisum, and so one of them was since 2013, kindergarten started having bilingual groups as Toa language and Mongolian languages. So here we have a picture of Toang group, kindergarten group, picture from Tsingisum. So teacher and assistant teacher are also the same as ethnic minority, and all of the children, this group is consists of 30 children from ethnic group, and then there are basically two groups in Tsingisum. One is in first kindergarten, another one is fourth kindergarten. Now they are conducting and implementing national Mongolian curriculum in Toang language. So the purpose of the study is to using qualitative research methods to analyze and understand how young children of Toa minority learn their language and culture in Mongolia. So as I mentioned before, there are only 1,500 Toan people live in Tsingisum, which is the only one Toan language environment in Mongolia. So basically, there's supposed to be unofficial number says over 10,000 people live in Toang ethnic group people live in Mongolia, but they immigrate to other areas, and if they immigrate to other areas, they don't have this language environment. For To achieve this purpose, we utilized qualitative approach to examine language policies, practices related to Tawan language in Mongolia, even the distinct social-political context in the province. Research explores how local policy influences the usage, preservation, and promotion of Tawan language, particularly among Tawan-speaking communities. The research methodology includes the following components: document analysis, interviews, and observation. So we did interview with, so far we did 15 interviews with the Tawang ethnic group parents, and then observations in classroom in kindergarten regarding how young Tawang children are speaking and using their native language. For data analysis, the quality data analysis from interviews analyzed using thematic analysis. This will involve coding responses and identifying patterns, themes related to language policy, education, identity, challenges of language preservation. Comparisons will be made between the three regions and explore varying impact, political, cultural factors on Tawan language. And according to ethical considerations, this study explores the ethical treatment of participants by obtaining informed consent, ensuring confidentiality, and maintaining transparency throughout the research process. Special care were taken when dealing with sensitive topics related to language suppression and language identity. When we approached to Tawang ethnic parents to participate in this research, some of them did not permit, and so far we have 15 parents involved in this qualitative study. So one of the main problem is we don't have the true official number of this Tawang population, but when we approach to the participant, we are approaching those people who identify themselves as Tawang ethnic group, and then also who speaks and inherit their culture. And now we can see the main area for Tawang community is located in single village in Bayulgi province in Mongolia, where there is only Tawang language education is taught in kindergartens and schools. And then in the past, many Tawang ethnic people are migrating to other areas in Mongolia where there is no language environment, which means still their native language is not used, and their young children and next generation might not utilize their native language. So even in single village, parents identify that they speak in Tawang language at home mainly, but as well as they speak in Mongolian and Kazakh language. So they have some concerns for danger in losing one language and culture. So from the interview, we found following main themes: that the danger are many Mongolian and Kazakh words are borrowed into one language, even in daily usage during the one language. They identify like during their conversation with their young children at home or at work, at school, even though they supposed to use Tova language fully, they are using only 80 to 90% of one language in their conversation, and other 10 to 20% are borrowed from Mongolian and Kazakh words. And some of the participants were identifying that they even don't know some of Tawang words now, which is not in active usage. So if they don't use this forgotten, if they don't know their forgotten words, they ask their elders, elder Tawang ethnic people, and they introduce these forgotten words of Tawang language, but they are still not used. That's why parents they are recommending to use some Tawang ethnic poem, storybooks, traditional stories they would like to recommend for the kindergarten curriculum. And Tawang language environment is still mostly in home environment, which is very shows that this language is at risk, because even though in kindergarten or in school, Tawang language is as bilingual, like as native language, but still they are in public space. They prefer to use Mongolian language or Kazakh language to communicate with other people. And these are recommendations from some Tawang ethnic parents. There is a great need to prioritize Tawang language for Tawang ethnic group children. So for now, somehow, because of Mongolian as national language, Mongolian language during the classroom, everywhere in the language environment, but parents are recommending and for this study to prioritize Tawang language in every area of their communication, and also for there should be some elders from Tawang ethnic groups to involve to implement this Tawang language curriculum in kindergarten and school, because they are the main people who knows the traditional and cultural language knowledge, and it should be provided and inherited to young generation. So that is the main findings for now. Our research, it will be continued, and we are aiming to continue this study for longer period of time.